Whirly girly, 502. Whirly girly, not whirly girl.
Alright, so we were talking about Jason, how he said his mom was stunned to find out Allison was alive. I think that was past tense. I don't think that was anywhere, like, near when we're thinking, like, it was, like, 2 days ago. I don't think so. I think it was, like, you know, well, Jason, when mom found out, how did she react 7 months ago? You know what I mean? Like, That's what I'm thinking. Then in comes the fucking dog, and I have it written down here before
it was even friggin' shown.
Before it was even freaking shown. Okay. The dog. Your mom ordered a dog, blah, 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 adopted a dog, whatever. Allison wants to keep it. Jason wants to get rid of it.
Jason was downright rude.
Take it back. We don't want it.
Put it in the car.
Yeah, get it out of here.
She didn't order that.
And
blah,
this
blah,
is
blah.
exactly what I have written down. Jason does not want the dog because he does not want him digging in the backyard. Like, almost like, what's in the backyard that you don't want? You know what I mean? There's something in the backyard that's buried. You don't want the dog to be digging in the backyard. So, that was our thing.
Then it turned out to be Spencer's backyard.
Yeah, was it Spencer's? But I know Spencer and... Because, like, here's the thing. They both came from, like, the same place, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Were they in Allison's house? I think the girls were in Allison's house, no?
No, I think they were in Spencer's house. They said she went over to Allison. Spencer went over to Allison's to keep track of her father so Allison could sneak out.
But I'm confused, though, because, like, why would Jason and Spencer go running just because they heard the dog barking? Do you know what I mean? Like, their houses aren't adjacent. They're, like, across the street from each other, but their backyards aren't together. Like, right?
And
isn't her house across... Like, when they come out of their house...
It, no less.
Yeah, like, when they come out of their house, when she comes out of her front gate, she, like, looks over at Jason across the street.
That's okay. I'm sure that we'll get corrected on
like,
it. And go! Then anyway.
Yeah, I'm just confused. So, whatever. They look in the trash. They find the New York bag, food, whatever the hell it is. You know, Jason was in New York at one point in his life because I was saying in our previous video,
that we deleted. And
I have trash in my car from freaking 5 years ago. So, and I haven't even had the car for 5 years. All right, so there's violins everywhere. There's freaking violins on her iPod. There's violins in her vagina. There's just violins everywhere. Okay, she is hearing violins from freaking Mike's dick. That's how many violins are going on right now. Then they're in Allison's room, and they're talking about Emily and Spencer are in Allie's room talking about how maybe Jason was the one that did it. And, you know, Allison goes to Spencer, like, Spencer, do you think our big brother could do this? Like, don't worry, I know you told him, it's okay. Like, why was that Allison's secret to keep? Do you know what I mean? Like, telling her, like, it's okay that you told him. Like, what does it matter? It's her brother, too. Like, what does it matter? Do you know what I mean? Like, that was weird. Okay. In freaking walks Toby with the freaking boom explosion. Here we go. Toby did go to London. However, we find out that Melissa was not really... He went to go see Melissa. She wasn't there. But he saw Ren. He saw Ren.
Yes.
Ren answered the door. Ren gave the message to Melissa. Toby is fucking bad. We believe it. Toby's bad. Go on, talk about Toby.
That's from the dictionary, whirly girl. So that's whirly girly. That's one of the phrases that they used. Go ahead, talk about Toby.
Wait,
just talk about Toby. Go.
Okay, we still think that Toby is bad. Sarah disagrees. We think that Toby is bad.
Why, just because his name's Sarah?
What is it?
It's just talking about some girl named Sarah.
Sarah as in Sarah Harvey?
Perhaps. So, yeah, Toby's bad. I don't care. You guys could all say it. Toby's bad. Arya's freaking out. Completely freaking out. You know, trying to make the thing look like, okay, granted, you killed someone. But
it's not the first time
it was self-defense. It's self-defense. They are all, every single girl on this show is all at fault for somebody dying at one point. Freaking even Emily said it herself. Like, I killed Nate. Like, I took someone's life too. Like, you're not the only one. Like, she is blowing this way out of fucking proportion. I'm sorry.
But then again, I mean, she just did it too.
I understand she just did it, but at the same time, like, you did it in self-defense, and yes, absolutely.
Even so, though, like, self-defense or not, something like that is gonna just... We have
But
never
all
and
Megan's
hope to never
saying
be
is-
in that situation.
I'm
All
just
Megan's
saying
saying is
that they're
Emily didn't
making
make
a
that
very-
huge of a deal out of it. Yeah,
They're
she was
just
stressed
making-
and she was
Well,
upset.
absolutely.
Be upset and stuff, but she's acting schizo and she's acting ignorant towards everyone, and she's pissed off. I get it. Like, you killed someone, I get it, but at the same time, it was self-defense, and the thing is, they did not make that big of a deal when, what?
Said that again.
Oh, they did not make that big of a deal when Emily did it. They did not make that big of a deal when... I mean, I understand the whole Wilden thing, trying to comfort Emily's mother. That's one thing. They weren't trying to comfort Emily. Spencer got, yeah, when Wilden explained the story, like, you know, I had to take someone's life too.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. The whole, Spencer, pretty much, she's the reason that Ian died, pretty much. She's the reason that, Mona almost died. You know what I mean? Regardless, like, they all have to deal with sticky situations, and I'm sorry, but Aria is just pissing me off right now. She's just blowing things weird.
Aria always pisses you off.
Alright, so we go to the computer of Jessica De Laurentiis' email, and we see, you know, there's an email in there about cashmere sweaters. I don't know if that's a clue, not, whatever. Then we see a draft, not sent. It was never sent, but it was a draft.
Although we don't know if
That's
something
fine for
was
shipping.
sent because they weren't in the sent mail. She was in the draft mail.
Yeah, she was in the draft mail. She wasn't in the sent. So we don't know if something was sent. But this
in any
was
case,
in the
it
draft.
was sent to. It was almost sent to. It was drafted to.
How do you send something to an unspecified recipient? Is it just because she didn't put her email address in? She deleted it before?
Or she might have it so that that's what they're under in her email address.
Anyway.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying.
No, I know
it's
what you're
just,
right.
It's annoying.
To hide whoever it is, but
Yeah.
in any case, it
I
said not
can't
protect you. I can't
protect you
protect you
anymore.
anymore.
So that was said. Is that why Mr. De Laurentiis wants into her email? Did he know something was going on? Did he know she was protecting someone? Did he know who she was protecting? Was it him that she was protecting? Don't know. Then we know that Jason wants to go to Philly to help a friend, do something for a friend, meet up with a friend,
Drop
whatever.
something off.
Drop
And
something
De
off. to a
Laurentiis
friend.
is not having it. He said, your sister just got home. He said, well, then I'll go after dinner, or I'll go when she's gone to bed.
Sleeping.
What's so important? And in walks Emily with the dog.
Emily comes up with the dog, and then Hannah walks in with the information with the emails and
And
stuff.
Jason leaves.
And Jason goes
Not
to leave.
before
Not-
Emily overhears Mr. De Laurentiis and Jason having a discussion regarding if Jason knows the whereabouts of his mother.
Yeah. Like he-
Tell your mother I said hi in
Tell your
Philly
mother
or
I said hi
something.
when you get to Philly, whatever. We also, like, you know, Mr. D asked them if they wanna stay for dinner. Hannah walks in, Emily's there. Do you want to stay for dinner? Yeah. No.
Sure.
Like,
Can't
yeah,
tonight,
no.
sorry.
And then they walk out. Emily,
Why can't I eat dinner?
why can't I eat dinner? They get in the car. They're going to go follow Jason. Well, Jason comes up to the window,
And
scares
the shit out of us.
Literally. He was creeptastic in that.
Yeah, he was.
He's threatening them, like, stay out of people's business.
Don't
It's not
look
your
at me in
business.
that
Stay
tone of
out of it.
voice.
And then we
Pretty much
see-
stop giving my father information.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. He doesn't. They all don't trust each other. It's just fucking weird. So then, okay, they fall into whatever the homeless guy outside. Great, whatever. I wanted to see that buzzer. Sarah said a good point about maybe he's visiting the private investigator.
Like that guy that Spencer went to find out about
'cause
Toby.
He lived in
Right.
Philly. So maybe it is the private investigator.
Nigel was the plane. What the heck? I forget what his name is. Jonna. Well, Jonta. Yes, it was. That was his name.
Jonta?
Jonah.
Jonah.
So then
Jonah,
we
that's
see,
his name.
Then we see Allison at the grave of this person that's buried in her thing. Can she be a little affected by somebody else being technically considered her for the past 2 years? Yes. She was visiting that grave as if she knew who was.
PLL.
I'm telling you, she was visiting that grave as if she knew who was in it. She knew who the person was. She was affected by the person in it, almost like a sense of sadness to me. Anyway, how about you?
Yeah, I know. I'm laughing at RLL that Junior just
So
came up
then
with.
we see Mona walk in, and did anybody else get the feeling that like Mona has control over Allie?
Yeah, Mona's serious.
Mona's running the game.
She's
Absolutely.
bad fucking ass. She's
Absolutely.
badass.
Yeah, she's definitely running the game. We
And
find
she's
out
handing
that
out
Mona's
orange
What's with
whistles.
the whistles too? Yeah,
Handing out orange whistles.
Handing out orange whistles.
Like rape whistles.
Confrontation between her and Arya after Mike says that he misses her. They're at the house. They're shoving pizza down their face. And Arya walks in.
And she says, "How's Mr. Fitz?" How's Mr.
So
Fitz?
Mona knows what happened in there. But anyway, Mona has like complete control over Allison, and
what it
Allison's
feels
literally afraid of her.
Yeah.
Like Allison, like explained to her, like, you know,
And I need you.
I need your help, and blah blah blah, this and that. So
We're more alike.
was she ever? Was Allison really ever running from Mona? Do you know what I mean?
That was what I said earlier
I
in the
don't
car.
think so. I don't think Allison was ever on the run from Mona.
She's not the big A. She was
Well, I mean,
never.
she's never the big A, but
No, but she was. They made her out to be in the first 2 seasons, and then the game was
Oh, yeah.
taken from her from Radley. But I said that earlier in the car. I never think that. I don't think that was the case.
But then we go to Spencer walking in. The girls are all together. They're huddled together. They're
Let's
like,
not
where?
forget Spencer and Toby getting it on.
Yeah, she's gonna wind up pregnant.
That's going to be what brings them closer together in this season.
Yeah, they come
Guaranteed.
closer than ever. Something that
Guaranteed. There's
brings
going to
them
be
together.
a little double Toby running around.
Shirtless.
Shirtless with
so,
a six-pack at 2 years old.
Yeah. So then we go to all the girls are together in Spencer's house, and they're together and they're talking about, oh, you know, where's Spencer? Spencer went over to distract Mr. De Laurentiis so Allison could get out. They want to talk about this whole Mona was in, you know, Arya wants to turn herself in for murder.
Bark, bark.
And explain to them what happened.
Woof, woof, bark.
She's scared. She wants to know about the fiddler on her roof. And bark, bark, bark. Well, no. First, Spencer walks into the house. Sees Jason sitting there,
He says that his father's probably down at the police station.
turning him in
Turning
for
him
something.
in.
And then we see that. What else does he say about it? Like, you
She
know,
says, "Were you
where-
in New York?"
Were you in New York?
Right.
And where? Like, she was like, "Do you know where your mother is or something?" And whatever. But then we hear the dog barking, bark, 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 and the dog dug up the fucking backyard like we said it was gonna. Boom, Mrs. De Laurentiis in the ground.
So sad.
In the
Boom.
in
Jason
Spencer's
was in
yard.
shock.
He was. He had a shocked expression.
I
on his
don't
face.
understand. Okay,
Was
if
it Spencer's yard or was it the De Laurentiis
Was
yard?
it Spencer's yard? Was it De Laurentiis' yard? Regardless, how does nobody notice a fucking hole dug in their backyard and dirt thrown
it
back
can't
over
be
it?
Spencer's backyard. It must have been the De Laurentiis backyard because Spencer has a pool in her backyard. Doesn't she?
A barn? I don't think.
Spencer, they went swimming. Her and Ren went
you're
swimming
right,
together.
You're right. You are right.
Regardless of where it was, where it happened.
we could watch it
How
again
does
real quick.
how does nobody notice a fucking? Regardless of if the hole's not there, you're gonna notice fresh dirt thrown over something as if something was buried.
Absolutely.
Like, who would not notice that in their own yard? Like, who would not notice that?
Not necessarily. What if it's like where they were tearing? Because Maya's parents tore it up to make.
They threw a gazebo over it.
Yeah, and what if they
No,
took
well,
that
no.
down? Like, nobody.
Well, no, they
touched
the De
base on
Laurentiis
it.
started the gazebo. They were tearing it down
to
make
put
a
in
studio. Or
studio.
something.
Yeah, so that is probably.
But what I'm saying though is how do you not notice as a parent, as an owner of a house? You know you're not doing work over there. How the fuck do you not notice that there's something going on in your backyard? See, they come out of Spencer's house. Am I wrong?
Is it Spencer's house? You're getting time wise. Hi, 14:26.
All right. Allison's just standing there watching her mother
That's
be wheeled
Allison's
away.
house
It's
that
terrible.
Spencer's walking
We
into.
know that.
All right. That's it.